there! Welcome to Anime Baes After Hours. Today we're going to be doing a Mad Lib. Is that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we're going to write our own fanfiction. G-rated, don't worry. And then we'll also be sharing news.
So, I have the Mad Lib. I took it from Calantian, not sure how to say it, from fanfiction.net, don't peek. And it is an anime fairy tale titled Gingerbread Shippo.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do this.
We just went through the Mad Lib and I had them give me all of the verbs and nouns and other parts of speech that we needed for it, and we decided to cut that out since it was a little bit boring. But now we have for you the Gingerbread Shippo, an anime fairy tale by Calantian from fanfiction.net. I basically just took this person's story and cut out lots of words so that I could have a Mad Libs fanfiction that was G-rated. So,
But we thank you for...
Props to you!
Thank you for your contribution that you didn't know you were giving. So also this is based around Inuyasha, this fanfiction.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
So,
Classic.
there once was a little old man and a little old woman who lived in a little old carrot in the edge of a shrine. They would have been a very happy old couple, but for one thing, they had no ginger, and they wished for one very much. One day, the little old woman was jumping gingerbread. She cut one in the shape of a little gingerbread kitsune, which is a fox spirit, and put it into the shoes. Presently, she went to the doorknob to see if it was fluffy. Suddenly,
I mean, it's possible.
Suddenly, the little gingerbread kitsune farted out and began to flip away as fast as he could go. The little old woman called to her husband, and they both shot after him. Oh, that makes sense. But they could not catch him. As soon as the gingerbread kitsune came across a monk, he twirled to him as he went by.
I mean, that's something that Shippo would do.
Saying, "I've skipped away from a little old woman, a little old man, and I can punch away from you too, I can."
Oh my god.
Then the monk set out to read after him, as in read a book. Very monk-like. But
Let me go find him.
But though he ran fast, he could not catch the kitsune, and he tattooed on until he came to a racetrack, where a girl was riding an apple. He called out to her, "I parked away from a little old woman, a little old man, a monk, and I can fired away from you too, I can." Then the girl began to slam after.
Oh my gosh. This is violent.
You picked the words. The girl began to slam after him, but she couldn't catch him, and he mixed until he came to a woman sitting on the back of a yokai. He called out to her, "I've baked away from a little old woman, a little old man, a monk, a girl on a bike, and I can cook away from you, I can." But though the woman and the yokai gave chase at once, she couldn't skip him. And soon he came to a dog demon. He called out to the dog demon, "I've maced away from a little old woman." Like spraying mace in their eyes. I've maced away.
No means no.
Oh my word.
I've maced away from a little old woman, a little old man, a monk, a girl on a bike, a woman riding a yokai, and I can stab away from you too, I can. But the dog demon laughed, and he couldn't smile him. And he ran until he came across a wolf demon, and to him he called out, "I flame-throwed away from a little old woman." You picked interesting words. Flame-throwed away from a little old woman, a little old man, a monk, a girl on a bike, a woman riding a yokai, a demon dog, and I can rung away from you too, I can. Then the demon wolf set out to levitate.
I mean, you got enough Shiko and jewel shards, you can do a lot.
Now this wolf had an anchor of a demon jewel in each leg, so he slammed very fast indeed. So the wolf demon soon dunked the gingerbread cookie and whammed him right up. The end.
Whammed him right up.
Isn't that a lovely story?
Oh
Doesn't
my
it just
word.
warm the heart and teach such great morals about
My goodness.
not being a gingerbread cookie, I guess? I don't
It's
know.
like
A gingerbread shippo?
turned really innocent, but then turned violent, like towards the
Yeah.
end. Okay, macing away from people.
Yeah.
So that was an example of an innocent, somewhat innocent, albeit violent, Mad Libs.
Thank you so much for joining us with Anime Baes After Hours with G-rated fanfiction.
Alright, in the news, dun, 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 dun. Japan is taking on a bill that will allow animators from overseas to come work in Japan. And a lot of people don't know this, but animators in Japan are paid, like, super poorly. Like, you are paid literally, like, pennies per page. You can only do, like, 6 or 7 pages a day, and that's, like, working, like, 12-hour days. A lot of times, Japanese animators will have a full-time job being an animator for a company, but a lot of them have to work, like, other full-time jobs, like, just to make it.
And that's how you end up with episodes of Naruto that look like they were scribbled by 4-year-olds instead of...
Yeah, and it's really sad. I've seen some, like, GoFundMe type pages where, like, there have been people who have, like, paid to, like, rent out an apartment complex, and you can, like, give money and you can pay for the animators to, like, live there, and you pay for, like, their rent and stuff. Like, it's that bad. It's, like, really bad. So everyone's, like, yay, this is awesome. Like, everyone who's wanted to be an animator, but maybe, like, weren't Japanese, they didn't have, like, that extra leg up, like, they can go and, like, be an animator in Japan now and, like, work on anime, but, like, it's not what you think it is. Like, that's why I'm really passionate about, like, making sure to not watch anime off of illegal sites, which I used to do, like, I'll admit it, you know, but when I found that out, like, it just made me feel horrible, so now I watch it on, like, Crunchyroll and Funimation, and I, like, pay for the services to watch it. So, just, you know, I think what you and I were talking about, like, paying for people's art, and I mean, like, fan art, and not, like, ripping off people's fan art and stuff, because that's, like, they're really talented, and they work really hard to get where they're at, and they get away with that, too. Like, they get away with paying them pennies per page, and so it's, like, pure passion. Like, that's really what drives them to do it. It's definitely not the money or getting their name in the industry or anything like that. It's, like, pure passion that drives them, which I personally think why anime is so good, and, like, some of the art is so good in it. Like, it's, like, unbelievable how far anime has come.
Thanks for sharing that. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe my future dreams of being involved in an anime will come true now.
So my news for the day is about the beloved Kamisama Kiss. Unfortunately, it's ending in, like, 4 chapters. Right? 4 chapters.
But they're only going to make...
Manga.
Yeah, they're only going to make 4 more chapters.
And that is super upsetting because that means it'll eventually end. And we're still waiting to see if Kamisama Kiss Season 3 is going to even be greenlit. I'm not sure how long this manga has been going on, but I just recently got into the anime. We recently did. We were looking for an anime movie, and we ended up watching Kamisama Kiss.
It was a horrible, horrible accident that ruined our lives forever now since it's ending.
Do you guys think they're waiting till the manga ends to say if, like, they'll release Season 3 or something like that?
Possibly.
Possibly.
That's what
We can only hope, because that would mean that they're actually going to release Season 3, or make Season 3, but I don't know, it's all in the air right now.
Yeah, and you can help with getting them to actually do a Season 3 by going and watching it either on Crunchyroll or Funimation, or even Hulu. Does Hulu have it yet?
Yep,
I
I watched it on Hulu. That's how I watched it.
So, go and watch it, because it's a great anime. If you like Fruits Basket, and you like Inuyasha, it's like a blending of the two, and it's such a great anime. And it's so cute, and it is romance-driven, so just...
If you like that,
it's
pretty fun.
But it also, like... So, like, your husband likes it, right?
Kamisama Kiss? He likes the outro song.
Yeah. Well, so...
And Tomoe. That's it.
There you go.
Who doesn't like Tomoe, though?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, it is ending, but we still might get a Season 3, and maybe in the manga/anime, if they haven't already got together, they will. Because, oh my gosh, they're so cute together.
Okay, so our next bit of news is regarding the New York Times bestseller manga list from the week ending on February 27th, so it's a little bit ago, slightly. But I was really excited because Tokyo Ghoul made the top 2 spots, so the first and second.
What?
The 5th chapter was the number 1 spot for that week, and the first chapter was the number 2 spot that week. And the first chapter had moved up 2 spots from number 4. The third spot went to One Punch Man, number 1, which is really exciting because it is a great anime.
It's a work of art.
Number 4 was Fairy Tale. That's cool for them. And number 5 was Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, which is also a pretty interesting anime. It sounds really inappropriate, and the only thing that is inappropriate is that there's one character that has a lot of stuff going on right here that made me uncomfortable. That I didn't even really watch it. My husband watched it, which made me even more uncomfortable. But it was really interesting because the show has this premise of seeming like a game, but never saying that they're in a game.
Mm-hmm.
So they talk about leveling up and about having these stats, but they're not like, oh, this is a game that we're playing, or like, this is, I don't know, it's really weird. They never actually say that it's a game.
Is that the guy who's a chess player? He's
No.
like super strategist?
No.
Oh, okay, never mind.
No.
I don't know what you're talking
So, I haven't seen very much of it, but it's pretty cool. So those manga, which I have experience with as animes, are all in the top 5 New York Times bestseller, which is really interesting because I didn't know that the New York Times cared about manga. So, way to bring Japanese culture to America.
Mm-hmm.
So that is all our news for this week.
Also, Psychopass Movie came out this week. Really good. Psychopass is a thriller anime, which is it has a really, really good storyline, but it is pretty intense. Like, it's not for everyone. It's really intense. But they came out with a movie. It's supposed to be crazy good from what I've heard. If you live in Idaho, you are just going to have to wait till it comes out on DVD or Redbox, if it ever comes to Redbox, but it's not released anywhere near us. The closest is, like, Portland, Oregon. But anyways, go to Funimation.com. You should be able to see if there's a theater near you that you can go see it at. Though I personally would love to go see an anime movie in a theater. I think that would be really cool. Or just an anime show, but alas, there's nothing like that here.
That is all of our news for this week. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.
Thanks so much, and have a great rest of your day. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you have a comment on anything that we've said,
If you have suggestions for what we should do in the future, also comment.
and your comment /username /whomsoever you may be featured in our next video. Who knows? So thanks again for joining us.
Bye!
You think you're real cool? You think you're real cool? Me 생각이 boy, you ain't cooler than me.
Can you tell me how exactly this camera works? And
Who is in the top 5?
And is Lorna in the shot? Because she wasn't in the shot very much.
So like New York Times
Lifetime.
bestseller.
You live